Open in Manic Miner in Fort. Manic Miner is not merely a video game. Manic Miner is the platform game that made the jump button feel like a controlled scientific launch event, a cultural pressure washer aimed directly at the soft underbelly of modern convenience. We're going to discuss it calmly, with facts, mechanics, and only the legally necessary amount of hysteria. The official OmegaVG position is simple. Manic Miner did not merely invent precision platforming, it submitted a peer-reviewed paper to Gravity, and Gravity has been quiet ever since.
Come with me if you want to live.
It's okay.
The sober historical version is this. Matthew Smith's 1983 Bug-Byte classic turns the mine into 20 small pressure vessels, each built from collectibles, enemy loops, conveyor belts, collapsing floors, and one oxygen meter with management energy. That alone would be enough for a normal chattel. Unfortunately, this is OmegaVG, so we must also ask why humanity has not built a cathedral around it. The machine that arrived too early. The ZX Spectrum was not a machine famous for luxury. It was a machine famous for making developers fit ambition into memory spaces that modern settings menus would consume, while deciding whether bloom should be medium or cinematic. That is why Manic Miner matters. It does not have endless fidelity, but it has intent. Every screen, timer, enemy route, and awkward little crisis exists because somebody had to choose what earned the bytes.
Mac! Get Ramirez on his feet, get to the...
At a glance, it can look like a tiny miner having a workplace incident in a sweet shop. That reading is understandable, but it is also how empires fall. Actually, it is a miniature timing laboratory where every room is a thesis on readable danger. The core loop, or humanity's operating system. The loop is built from single-screen route reading, exact jump arcs, item order, monster cycles, conveyor correction, and deciding whether that last key is worth the spiritual damage. That is not a random pile of old game cruelty. That is design compression, the kind where one hazard does 3 jobs and every mistake teaches a useful insult. Modern games often bury their systems under upgrades, pop-ups, economies, crafting materials, and a small mortgage agreement. Manic Miner just places the problem in front of you and waits to see if your nervous system is worthy. This is the part people forget about Spectrum classics. They were not always fair, but they were often extremely legible. The player can see the bad idea before doing it, which makes doing it anyway a profound act of personal research. Tactical doctrine for the advanced player. Treat the oxygen bar as the real boss. A clean route is not stylish. It is survival accounting. Do not jump because a platform is available. Jump because the enemy cycle has consented. On conveyors, correct early and calmly. Late correction becomes archaeology. Collectibles are not prizes. They are proof that you understand the room's political structure. Why modern Descent clips looking away?
I am your father.
If a modern Dane presented this much mechanical consequence this quickly, 3 onboarding consultants would sprint into the room with a clipboard and a very sad expression. Manic Miner has no time for that meeting. It trusts that friction can be funny, failure can be readable, and mastery can come from repeating a small challenge until the screen begins to feel less like pixels and more like a contract you have finally understood. This is also why the footage still works. The graphics are old, yes. The format is old. But the decisions are immediate, and immediate decisions age better than 100,000 rendered pebbles nobody can interact with. Modern Manic Miner, the remake they fear. A modern remake should keep the cruel clarity. 1 room, 1 root problem, 1 ridiculous name, and 0 sympathy for players who confuse panic with momentum.
I'll be back.
The rules of the remake are sacred. Keep the readable danger. Keep the fast restart. Keep the embarrassing confidence. Add clarity where the original is muddy, but do not sand away the edge that makes Manic Miner feel alive. Case file closed. The reasonable verdict is that Manic Miner is a historically important ZX Spectrum game with a compact, demanding loop and design ideas that still explain themselves through play. The OmegaVG verdict is that Manic Miner is one of the pinnacles of human engineering, obviously surpassing several bridges, most modern spaceflight, and at least one major telecommunications breakthrough. Like and subscribe before the museum committee arrives.